Greetings, everyone. This is Joanna from Heavenly Radiance and Universal Love, Light, Wisdom. Thank you so much. And the Sacred Corner. Today in our Sacred Corner, we wanted to inspire you with sacred sound, light language, and our ability to create a new belief of worthiness. Our beliefs that we hold about ourselves, the understandings of who we are, our perspectives about who we are, is done through the clearing process of opening up the chakras daily, part of our daily self-care that we've talked about and showed you how we have moved through the clearing process. And what has been inspiring me lately is to really focus softly and subtly on what sovereignty really is, the sovereignty of being a universal being of light. The universe, our most holiest, is from that highest capacity of universal, Christic, vibrational, multidimensional energies of spirit and matter, intelligence and wisdom, and all that we are as universal beings of light, and really taking it to the highest vibration of who we've come to be and co-create in that manner. And that is the benevolence of who we are, our highest ability of sovereign beings of Christic energy through the DNA, the water body, and the chakras. Hold that crystalline energy, that Christic multidimensional energy that we activate from the healing and the clearing and the cleansing. But to do that, once that clearing is released, understanding that what belief did I hold about myself? What was I told? What imprint did I take on? What did I absorb that wasn't mine? All of those are done through the clearing process. You know, what am I releasing here and is it mine? So allowing those processes to be, reflected upon and integrate the new, that center point that you get to release what was, have it transmute. You're transmuting it through your love, through your forgiveness, through your compassion. And in this now moment, you get to choose who you want, what your new belief is, your new unlimited, infinite, eternal, aligning it with that Christic frequency. And we say the Christic frequency for those that are new, for all of the years that we've been offering this, is not in any way anchored in any religion. Religion was man-made after and through the interpretations that man had at the time. How any one person, honors and cherishes and prays and moves through their spirituality, their enlightenment process is unique to each and every one, and there is no right or wrong. We say these words as the highest vibration of who we are as omnipresent beings of light, multidimensional, infinite, eternal. Many masters that had come to teach it, and why many masters were in each individual religions, because it was an overall overriding message from the universe to say you are all God, you are all source, you are all Christic beings, you will all have the DNA, you will all have the activation as you seek it and release what no longer serves you. So this is why there are masters in all religions, to show us that there is a uniformity of who we are as universal beings of light. Through the crystalline energy, the Christic energy that is matched with our grids through an evolutionary process, through the divine heavenly programs of light. And so as we're releasing the beliefs, the perspectives, and the ideologies, the imprints, and the thought forms of others, then we can choose, as we're clearing, we say, okay, well, who do I choose to be now? What is my belief about me? What do I choose to feel and experience? And so in doing so, we allow ourselves to take that ownership and sovereignty. That's my sovereignty. I get to choose. I get to choose in this moment, regardless of what has been, honoring it and loving it for all that you are, and rewriting your past through that honor, rewriting it through that appreciation, rewriting it through the love of every moment has brought you into this new loving moment of now. And in doing so, that's when you create and activate your sovereignty, because you get to choose, regardless of any environmental perception or perspective or perceived unfolding. You affect your environment, you affect your reality, you create your reality. That is your sovereign knowing. That is your sovereign, I create with source, I stand in my light, I create as source as I am. That is the sovereign energy of who we are as co-creators of light. And it's through that alchemy, that's through that understanding of our sovereign, co-creative, expressive, dynamic ability. And what I've realized come through a clearing this weekend, and my teams were showing me that the suppression and the repression that I've had of my unique innate light, suppressing it for all of my lifetime. I'm 50 now. So 50 years of suppressing my light caused many great imbalances in many levels, physical, mental, emotional, and etheric. And so now I'm going through this process of rebirth and reawakening of those gifts of my light, so that I'm coming forward and I'm expressing and I'm being and I'm co-creating in the beautiful majesty of who I've always been, of who I was born as. So it's my delight, my pleasure, and why we created the Sacred Corner was for us to always be in remembrance of our perfection, of our sovereignty of energy of light, of our sovereignty to co-create a source through that childlike excitement of what we've come here at. Every gift that we've come will serve our creativity for new beginnings, whether it's personally, individually, or through the soul family collective or through the greater universal collective. Our innate creative expression is our own evolution blueprint. How we've come to create, how we've come to express our unique soul is unique to each and every one of us, and it's divine and special and needed in every way, especially for the children, to reawaken to their innate gifts, to really go within and really tune into the excitement of who they are. Who they are is exciting beings of light that come from many systems and many dynamic planets, and their DNA ready to be activated through our setting of that example. So that's the sovereignty to own and to claim. I am eternal, I am infinite, and I choose to create from this point of divine sovereignty. I am a remembrance of source. I walk as source. I am the embodiment of love as source as I am. However we want to describe spirit, God, Abba, however we choose to move in that essence of our oneness as source, as love. That is our unifying factor. We are love. And so how can we co-create in the most beautiful way and have it be free-flowing and have it be dynamic and magnificent in each of our ways? In doing so, healing all that we are multidimensionally, because it's the creative light that just allows all that we are to flow. You're no longer suppressing the throat chakra, the creative sacral, that I am presence. All things are moving in flow and in redirection of these new energies of the new earth that we're creating. So each and every one of us, through our creative expression, is creating the grids and the templates, the consciousness templates that we all walk on and we all co-create and we live within. That's our reality. So we're creating it through our excitement, through our joys, through our co-creating in this new way. So we come to remind you today of your perfection, of your ability to create your newfound sovereignty, to remember it. You've always had it, but to remember it, to acknowledge it and claim it. I claim my sovereignty with source. I walk with source today. I walk within my light. I'm releasing what no longer serves, and I choose to create from this point of who I am. And I'm going to create and express myself freely and fluidically in joy and in honor of who I am as source. To truly allow yourself and give yourself permission to shine. Give yourself permission to say, I own who I am today. Today, I am going to express myself fully and completely. Today, I will give myself the ability to play and allow myself not to be pulled back in fear of what others might say or think, because I live as I am. I express as I am. I allow myself to heal all that I am. And this is my sovereign new blessing that I give myself. Honoring yourself and living sacredly in this way as your divine sacred essence, as source. The most ultimate gift that source receives from us is when we live in our full, unabandoned, unabashed ability, unapologetic of who we are as joyful beings of creative light, to express it, to experience it, and to explore it in every way that we can. That's evolution of our own unique individual souls, because our own individual souls is threaded with all others. So as we're expressing ourselves fully and innately and creatively in that beautiful, authentic way, then so too is every other soul touched by your creative expression. And it's the evolution of our planet that is required at this point, is to come forward with these creative gifts. How can I create in the most beautiful, magical way that is me? Because I am magical. The essence of who I am is magical. I'm transmuting what was into something new. I'm allowing myself to bring together all that I've known from all planets and to create something unseen, unheard on this planet. That's magic. Your innate knowingness, your beingness, your yesness. I am the yes of magic. I am it. I am the vibration. So we wanted to inspire this for you to muse softly about what is your sovereignty, to maybe release the beliefs and the perceptions and the perspectives of what you've held about yourself. And it doesn't matter who it's come from or where it's come from, but give yourself the acknowledgement of what beliefs have I held about myself and how can I let them go into the most infinite, eternal way. My teams have really been telling me lately that give yourself as much room, and they've said for many years, give yourself as much room as possible because you are infinite. So try not to define things. Try to take all boxes and boundaries away from what you're capable of. Through the purity of your heart, through the will of your mind, through the will of your soul center, that powerful male and female frequencies allows you to co-create as source is. And that's the full understanding of who we are as alchemic co-creators, to transmute what was and to bring in something that's great and new, that we've always been. We're seeing our reality from this new perspective as we create it. And that's what co-creation in the fifth dimensional is. We're getting closer and closer to those instant manifestations. And how do we do it from a benevolent, sovereign way that we're taking ownership of who we are? I choose not to feel this way anymore. I get to choose. I get to choose not to feel guilty or blamed or whatever those energies are that keep you held back into something that no longer suits your new reality for you. That's sovereignty. You get to choose. And in that, you get to create that magic. You get to be that magic. So we wanted to create a beautiful, soft little tone about the sacred sounds and the sacred tones, allowing yourself to attract, strange and wonderful magic for yourself. So call it in, honor yourself and say, today I'm going to align with creating with magic. I'm going to allow myself to align with the magical. And this has come from a realization from me in all of the many lifetimes and those that have known my offerings. Because of my, my body knows I'm getting into creating because it's already clearing. My beliefs that I held about myself were that because of the many lifetimes that I've come here to heal, and because this lifetime up to now has been about clearing and clearing these karmic energies, 51% of my karmic clearing has been done in this lifetime, and I'm at the end of it. Not to say that there won't be things I'm going to challenge and move through, but the majority of them, the most traumatic and painful clearing has been, up to now. And so what I've remembered about myself was that there was this moment where I was just sitting in soft reflection. It was like everything that I had remembered and all of the clearings that I've done was that there was a belief within me that I had come with in my imprint, my psyche imprint, was that because of all these lifetimes that we're all clearing and we're all healing, I had taken on the belief that that's all I deserved and I was worthy of. So part of sovereignty and the opposite, the kind of vibrating frequency that we're balancing this with is your worthiness and your deservability. So to set that sovereign, yes, before we can do that, it's what are we worthy of and deserving of? Because there was something inside of me and the many lifetimes that I'd come to clear that there was many experiences, and it's an ongoing process of many lifetimes and many experiences that, well, this just seems to be occurring over and over again, lifetime after lifetime of life, and actually gets imprinted in the cells and the DNA that we're here to clear and we're here to transcend and jump over through our now knowing. But there was a belief that I had thought, wow, this is why I had felt as if I was continuing on that cycle of self-destruction or sabotage, because it was that, well, I thought that's what all I was worthy of, because every lifetime I've ever experienced being an empath and coming within these programs that I'm here to transcend, all of their lifetimes succumb to that belief. And so my higher self and my soul said, are you ready to transcend this belief that you've carried with you for so many eons? Are you ready to say that this is the belief that I choose to hold now? I choose to magnetize my worthiness in the most profound and dynamic way, because I'm worthy of magnificence. I am worthy of the best life that I can live. I am worthy to be loved. I am worthy to be cared for. I am worthy not to have my life ruin in destruction. I am worthy to have my best life ever. And I don't have to self-sabotage because I know that I'm worthy for more. And that's why self-sabotage usually, becomes a part of our reality experience, because of that worthiness factor. So knowing what you're worthy of, you're worthy to have a healthy and happy, balanced, harmonic life and body and family and people that care about you. Whatever your worthiness level is that you choose to take on in any one moment, because it's all free will. But it went off like a light bulb for me, saying that there was a certain point where I just surrendered and allowed life to just kind of take me where it took me. And then there was something within me that just said, no, I am worthy of this new beginning. I am worthy. I'm not going to deny myself any more of this perfection. this is something that I've come to transcend because I'm worthy of it. I deserve to have a beautiful, great life that's worthy of my creative expression, that's worthy of my majesty, that's worthy of my elegance, to be one with source and to express it fully and creatively. And to be proud and exalting in who I am. That's my worth. That's my sovereign story now. You know, so allow yourself to get in touch with those feelings and those beliefs and those perspectives that through many lifetimes of how we attract it. Because if you have that core belief within you, you're attracting circumstances and relationships and experiences that show you that lack of worth. In whatever way it unfolds, whether it's you know, abuse, narcissism, imbalanced body image, whatever it is. And so they show up in different ways. So get to the root and call it forward and clear it and just say, what belief is ready for me to clear today? Where is my strength willing to transcend? Because you will be giving yourself every day that you go into clear, your power and your sovereignty and your strength and your inner confidence and your inner clarity builds over time. And you'll be calling forward more clearings for you to clear through your ability to stay centered. I can clear this now. I'm ready. Like, I am worthy, you know, and that's one of our basis. Our whole human collective is going through, what is our worthiness as a collective? We are worthy to have transparent systems of care and benevolence and altruism. We are worthy to have, you know, soul tribe union and communion. We're worthy to have a planet that loves us and we love her in dynamic, reciprocal ways. And how can we nourish and care for one another in that way? We're worthy of this. So it's from an individual to collective level that we're all experiencing these transitions. But that's just an experience that I was going through that I thought I'd offer in communion with sovereignty. Because to get to that sovereignty, you have to truly have that knowingness and that core vibration of your worthiness. And so let's just do a really quick co-creative as we're opening up the chakras, clearing, and cleansing, and we're calling in the universal codes and the universal energies of our highest and our best to embody us, to envelope us in the highest frequencies of love and light. And we anchor all that we are. We're opening our pillar of light that runs along the spine, calling in the highest loving frequencies, calling in the highest healing frequencies, through our intention, through our will. And we're seeing all that we are as a Merkaba, all that we are as a multidimensional being of light. Our fields and our bodies are being cleansed and cleared through the divine co-creative energies of love and light. Just clearing and cleansing all that we are, releasing any imprints, any thought forms that no longer serve us. And they're being cleansed and cleared through our intention and through our voice. And our bodies and our cells are being brought to the highest Metatronic and Christic light. We're calling in the most appropriate codes that serve us in this moment now. Each person will have their own unique codes. And their souls and their higher selves are calling in the codes. Their higher selves and souls and their healing teams are clearing away all that no longer serves. And the ego is only observing, because the ego is not required in the spiritual beginning of co-creation. We're co-creating from the spiritual, soulful perspective. And the ego is going to observe. The ego is going to say, keep its presence with us. It's going to be a part of this manifestation process. But right now, the soul and the spirit and the higher self are in charge with Holy Mother, Father living through us, the source creator, spirit, God. The universe, all universal energies that are flowing from our soul star chakra, from all that we are, from the stars in the heavens, from all that we are in our cosmic bodies. And we're anchoring ourselves to the crystalline grid. We're anchoring our oneness to Gaia. We're anchoring all that we are in our oneness. And it's a beautiful flow of energy, this infinity that lives right through the center of our body and our vessel. And it jets out in all directions. And we're co-creating our Christic fields. We're co-creating our God fields. We're co-creating the majesty. We're co-creating, and we're setting that intention through my heart center, through my solar plexus, through all that I am, my intentions. I am as source is. I'm allowing my heart to open. I'm allowing the highest codes of love and light. I'm allowing the universe to open to me, and I co-create majesty. I call in my sovereignty to live through me today. As I desire to live in my sovereignty, it will be reflected. I live as the master that I am of my body, my heart, my mind, and my soul. And I'm entraining my cells to the highest Christic light. I'm entraining my mind to co-create beautiful creative thoughts and inspirations from the pineal, from all that I am as spirit living through my heart and my soul and my chakras and my bodies and my fields. Everything that is bathed and cleansed in the highest of Christic light. I am refined in thought. I am refined in my action. And I call forward loving actions and thought forms that envelope and embody me in new ways that allow me to feel revived and renewed and replenished moment for moment. And through my intention and my open vessel of love, I'm allowing the divine and holy mother frequencies of the Holy Creator Mother, seeding me with codes of love and benevolence and nurturance and healing through my receptivity, through my openness to receive all that I am worthy of, my openness to receive the nurturance of love, of unconditionality, that I am needed and I'm required here upon this earth. And I accept all that I am as a master. I accept all that I am as eternal and divine and loving. And I co-create within these fields. I am a master. I call forward and I attract and I magnetize magic today. I magnetize the strange coincidences and the strange synchronicities that is spirit living through me, showing me in every way that I am a co-creator of light and love. I magnetize abundance in all ways. And I give generously of my spirit. I am abundant in my spirit and I allow it to live through me sacredly. I fill my field with magic and oneness with the fairies and the pixies and the elementals and Gaia. And in all moments, I have this beautiful presence that all is perfect, that all is source, showing this beautiful majesty to me for me to awaken deeper and more expansive within. That I allow all that I am to come forward in sacred play. I allow all that I am as the sacred goddess of light to be this light, to allow myself to express as light, to know that it is my evolutionary birthright to be all that I am. And I attract the majesty in return, unconditional love in all ways, through all things, in all moments. My intention is to live as the divine perfection of all that I am and to create and express and explore and experience myself fully and divinely. May the fields of light and love be forever changed in the loving expression of who I am. And may I receive all in return in kind. And I bless the world in kind. And I bless those suffering in kind. And I bless all those that need the divine order and the divine interpretation of unconditional love be brought to them in their most magical way for their soul's journey and their soul's plan. And I send the highest light and love to you all. That you remember your sovereignty, that you remember your oneness as source creator, that you remember your creative bliss within, that you remember and ignite all that you are as the courageous being of divine majesty that is able and co-creatively ingenious to accept and receive the magic that you are in every moment. May majesty live through you, dear lighted ones. As source is, you are. And so it is. You are worthy. Namaste.